So 3 things telling your story is not, or your testimony. Let's go over those. You don't want to be in the vlog?
I do.
Anything you want to say to the vlog?
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
To Daddy's YouTube channel, and I have a YouTube channel too. It's Living by Playtime. Please subscribe to that. I only have 14 subscribers.
You've got more than me right now. I started a new channel.
What kind?
Talking about helping people share their stories.
Oh, cool. And how much do you have?
Right now, 7. My other channel still has 33,000 though. Is there a story you want to tell anybody?
I'm gonna make another YouTube channel. It's called Me and My Brothers. And it's gonna talk about, some of them are gonna be like playing with some toys and unboxing and doing some travel stuff and playing with my brothers.
It's good to edit it.
Me. I need a laptop. That's what I want this year for Christmas.
She was pretty jealous when I got my Surface Pro. She really wants that.
Yeah.
But honestly, like the kind of editing programs we would probably have you use doesn't really work that great on the Surface Pro anyways. Probably need a MacBook or something like that so you can use iMovie.
But I want to use my fingers. It's way easier.
You like the touchscreen?
Yeah. Well, you can do that on phones, iPads.
Yeah, what we could do is set up iMovie on the iPad, and you could put your video clips on the iPad.
Yeah.
Want to do that instead?
Yeah.
Emergency alert. Hurricane warning this area. Check local media and authorities NWS.
Greatest Show! Oh, this is the Greatest Show! All right, so the first tip is that your story does not have to be your whole life story. It can be a small story. It can be an experience. It could be your life story, but maybe just in a small portion.
Oh, Lord.
Right. Today's video is about what a testimony and what sharing your story is, and there's a lot of misconceptions about what people think a testimony is or what it has to include or what it is. And so like some points that I'm trying to make is like your testimony doesn't have to be your life story. It's not a one-up contest to see whose story is better than the other. And it's not always about the bad stuff that happens, and it can also be about just personal experiences, like something that happened a particular day or situation. And so what I want to ask you is like, what's your thoughts about what I just said for one? And then is there anything that you have just been just like something on your heart that you've been wanting to share that you just have been holding back sharing?
I am not good at this because I'm not totally prepared.
And that's what's going to make the raw moment real.
I think it's awesome that you're doing this, and I really wish more people would do it because it's important to share your testimony. My own personal testimony, a lot of people have known about it. You know, I'm 70 years old, but it seems like it was yesterday that I accepted Jesus and Christ into my life. And it was an awesome experience. People don't believe what I used to do. I don't know if you want me to share that or not, but I was like I said, it was like yesterday. I was involved in drugs. I was involved in things that I shouldn't have been involved in. My life was messed up really bad. I ended up living with my sister because my other sister couldn't handle me living with my mom right at the moment because I was so messed up. So I lived with my sisters, I lived with my brother. I was back and forth, just in a terrible situation. I drank too much, I did drugs, I've had a gun held to my head. But all through that, Jesus totally changed my life. She came home and she was crying, and I asked her why she was crying, and she said, I'm crying because I just accepted Jesus Christ into my life. And of course, I said to her, I says, what the blank are you talking about? And she told me. She explained the whole thing to me. And knowing that through all that, I knew what I was searching for, through all the drugs, through all the alcohol and everything else, that it was Jesus that I needed. And I accepted Jesus that night, June 5th, 1971. I remember that day. I could start crying right now. I took a 180-degree turn. And the drugs were gone, the alcohol was gone. My mouth totally changed and how I talked. Everybody thought that I was just going through another phase, but it's lasted, 40 years or more? And I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it for anything. It hasn't been an easy road. As some of you know, that lost my husband 7 years ago. But I've always told people I have 2 guarantees in life. I know where I'm going when I leave this place, and I know I'll see him again. That's it.
That's it?
That's it. Is that a good ending?
Yeah, that was good. Thanks, Sean Durst, for thinking my kid can just touch a lens when she wants to.
Seven, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
You know I want you.
Okay, please don't take this.
Baby.
It's not a secret I tried to hide.
Please don't.
I love singing to my daughter. It's such a sweet song.
That you're what if we rewrite the stars? Say you were meant to be mine. It's up to you, and it's up to me. No one can.
It's your part.
You think I don't wanna run to you, but then rewrite the stars. How can you say you're mine?
How do we rewrite the stars? I like jamming out with you, Olivia.
I don't.
Whatever. You love it. You love it. You love it.